All right. So officially, warm welcome once again, everybody. Warm welcome, and I am super happy and excited to be with you on this meeting, on this very, very important meeting. And this is our very first one we are doing. I think, yeah, this is our first one we are doing. I used to have some meetings in Tanzania, in Dar es Salaam, with some of the supervisors, but this is the first one where we are doing with everybody from the region. And I understand the language challenge. We've got Swahili speakers and then we've got English speakers. I understand the challenge, and yeah, somewhere along the way, we'll see how technology can help us so that we can have even translation as the meeting is going on live. So for now, let me give an official welcome to each and every one of you. And let me also congratulate you for being on this meeting. I know some of you on this meeting are not yet not yet supervisors, and you're watching this video recording maybe, or you are live with me right now. I want to say kudos to you. Congrats, because you are learning stuff that are going to prepare you to get to supervisor maybe with a much stronger mindset, which is fantastic. Some of you are even managers. I know we have some managers in this meeting, and I want to give like a massive appreciation to all the managers that are in the meeting, because it's very easy after you hit manager to feel like your cup is full and maybe you don't need to attend a supervisor to ego training. And yet I know you are here, and I want to say thank you so much, and I truly appreciate you being on this meeting, on this supervisor to ego training. Now, based on the title, my talk and almost everything that I'll be talking about today will be focusing a supervisor. And why? Because the way we have arranged our trainings right now, we have kind of grouped them according to the marketing plans. So we've got trainings that are focusing assistant supervisors, we've got trainings that are focusing supervisors and above, and then we've got trainings that are focusing managers. So we have kind of taken the major positions in the marketing plan, and we've got trainings that are focusing those groups. And today we are focusing supervisors. So if you hear me mentioning supervisor a lot, and you're not yet a supervisor, don't worry. One day you will be a supervisor and you will feel proud that we actually have a training that's specifically designed for you. Now, to start with, let me speak to you, supervisors. To start with, without even thinking much, I want to start by first and foremost saying congratulations. Congratulations for becoming a supervisor. You might take that lightly, but please don't. Please don't take that lightly. The position that you have achieved is one of the most important positions in Forever. It is not the biggest, it is not the most respected, but it is the most important position in Forever. And why I say it's the very important position in Forever, because through becoming a supervisor, number one, you start to open doors for you to get to greater levels. But also, if you focus on creating supervisors in your team, guess what's going to happen? You will be building an army. You'll be building an army of very focused FBOs in your team. So, all the supervisors in here, massive congratulations. We are super proud of you. And I want to tell you something. When you become a supervisor, you are confirmed leader. You are a confirmed leader. On our marketing plan, once you hit supervisor, we start to call you a team leader. You are now a leader. You are a team leader. So make sure the next time you are meeting people, look at them straight in the eyes, shake hands with them, give them that firm handshake, because you are a leader. Right now, we've confirmed you are a leader. So congratulations. And let me tell you, I don't know how you became a supervisor. I don't know. And I'm gonna be blunt here a little bit. I'm gonna be blunt here a little bit, because I know this meeting is for leaders. If you're a supervisor, you're a leader. I'm gonna be blunt a little bit. Some of you got to supervisor and you have no idea how you got to supervisor. Somebody in your team moved to supervisor and you became a supervisor. Some of you, it's like that. Some of you, you got to supervisor through retailing. You retailed, you did your 10cc and you're a supervisor. Some of you, you've not finished your stock. Maybe you said, you know what, I'm going to buy these 10cc's and I'll start to sell them slowly. And the stock is not done yet. And here you are a supervisor. Some of you, you go to supervisor, you've recruited, you've got, an amazing team and all of that. Now, I want to say something. It does not matter. It does not matter how you got to supervisor. Celebrate that. It does not matter. Own that. You've earned that position. You've earned it. You deserve to be on this meeting. You deserve to be congratulated. Don't you make a mistake of looking down on yourself. Let me tell you, I don't care how you got to supervisor. It does not matter. And a matter of fact is how you got here is, yes, a little bit important, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is, what are your plans after you have become a supervisor? What are your plans? How do you want to move from where you are right now to the next level? And what is that next level? Do you have the clarity of that next level? Do you have an idea of what it takes for you to get to that next level? Do you have an idea? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the skills of what it takes to get to that next level? You want me to help you answer that? You don't. You don't yet. You don't yet. And that's why you're on this training. You're on this training so that you can know. You can know what is the next goal for you. What is the next step for you? How should you be in order to become someone that can get there? That's why we are on this meeting. This meeting is not about the past. It's not about celebrating what you have achieved. It's about how do you move from where you are now to the next level. This is the purpose of this meeting. Now, when I think about supervisors, and I don't mean to point finger at anybody, but I want you to kind of gauge yourself and see where are you amongst the supervisors types that I'm going to put here. And I've not read these types anywhere. These are things that came in my mind when I observe supervisors, when I meet supervisors, when I have conversations with supervisors. These are the groups that I see in supervisors. We have, let me call them the wonders. What do I mean by that? Again, no offense. It's just that at this moment in time, this person has no really idea. What are they doing? How did they get here? And what should they do to get to the next level? They are more or less wondering, okay, I'm here. What's next? What do I do next? I meet supervisors who are on that category. Before I continue, I want to make sure you really get me correctly. This is not me saying if you are a wonder right now, then we are looking down on you. No, 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 no. This is not me saying if you don't know how to get to the next level, then maybe you're not really a good leader. Not at all. I want you to really, really get me correctly. It has nothing to do with that. Totally nothing to do with that. This is about understanding where are you right now. And then we have the retailers. The retailers. The retailers, these are the supervisors who right now, they know what they're doing. They know where they are. And their mind is 100% focused on retailing the products. If they'll get someone that's want to join, of course they'll recruit them. But their mind is focused on retailing. When they think about 2025, they look at how much profit they can make from Forever as supervisors, and they kind of plan their goals. They kind of plan their life expectations, or rather, not life, life is too broad. They kind of plan their 2025 expectations based on the profit that they can make from retailing the products. So we have the retailers. And then we have what I call the wishers. Who are the wishers? The wishers, these are the supervisors that They wish to go manager. They wish to go ego. They wish to have all those big things. They are different from the retailers. The retailers are not even wishing for that. And I would meet them sometimes. And if I can ask them, what are your goals? What are you working on? Their answers confirm that they are focused on retailing. If I push them, maybe they can say, yeah, I want to go to manage and all that, but that's not really what's burning in their heart. I hope you're getting me. And then we've got the wishes. The wishes are, if you have a conversation with them right now, they'll tell you, my leader, I want to do this. I want to go that level. I want to be able to achieve this. I want to build a team. Those are their wishes. But if you zoom in and look at their actions, they are like of a retailer. A few times, their actions are like of a wonder. But most of them, the wishes, their actions are like of a retailer. So their mind is big, their heads are up there on the sky or in the sky. I don't know which is which, but their feet are not on the ground. They've not aligned their big goals with the actions that needed to be taken today. So their goals remain as wishes. And then we've got, I really struggled with this, but I had to put it that way. First of all, I wanted it to rhyme, wonders, retailers, wishers. So we have the deciders. Now, the deciders, who are these? These are the supervisors that have decided. They have decided. They are not wishing. They have decided. And you will know they've decided when you look at their actions. You will know they've decided when you look at their pain points. What do I mean by that? If they don't recruit, they're frustrated because they know that is important. They've decided they need to build that team. You get my point? The retailers, if they don't recruit, if you're a supervisor listening to me, if a month passes and you have not recruited and you are okay, you are happy, you are not troubled, there is no pain, then you're probably a retailer. The deciders, they've decided they want to go to the big things. They want to go for the big things. If they don't recruit, if they recruit someone, very quickly they'll plan, they'll start activities with them because of their mindset. Now, I want to pause a little bit. Again, be very honest with yourself. Be very honest. If you are bold, you can write on the chat, but it's not necessary. But I want you to be honest with yourself. And I want you to ask yourself, which of these are you right now? Where are you right now? Not where do you wish to be? Not where do you think is the best place to be? Where are you right now? Because you got to be honest with yourself first. You can lie to everybody else, but never yourself. Never yourself. So where are you right now? Think about it. I'm giving you a moment to think about it. Where are you right now? And I'll tell you, in my life, I have goals that I'm just a wonder. I want them, but I have no idea how to get them. I'm just wandering around. I want you to think about it. Where are you right now? Where are you right now? Now, I want to be sure that we are together on this. If you have already recognized where you are, I want you to go to the chat and put number 1. If you have already recognized where you are right now, it's not important for me where you are. The most important is for you to recognize where you are. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Today I woke up a little bit early. I'm not an early morning person. I normally wake up 6. Today I woke up at 5 a.m. And when I woke up at 5, and this is not something that I do a lot of times. So I don't want to appear like I'm saying I'm that type of a person who does that. No, but today I've done it. I woke up at 5 a.m. I went to pray. I prayed and then I opened the Bible. Okay, I see people writing number 4. I don't understand why you're writing number 4. You just write 1 if you have already recognized that you've already made a decision where you are. You know where you are, right? But I understand if you're writing number 4, you're probably telling me you're a decider. That's great. Okay. So I read the Bible, and when I opened the Bible, I read the Bible. I read I'll talk about it on the coming slides. I read something that reminded me of my responsibility as a husband and my responsibility as a father, and I'm going to talk about it later on. Okay, fantastic. So I see almost everybody here has already recognized where they are. Now, that's important. The second question, which is more important? Which is more important? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? Doesn't matter where you are right now. It's about where are you going? Which direction are you taking? Which route are you taking? Recognize that. Where? Where are you going? Which direction have you taken? It's important to know which one do you want to be. And I want to tell you something. On this meeting today, I will be focused more on the deciders. I'll be focused more on the deciders. So if you are already a decider, fantastic. You will love this meeting. And I'm going to be very honest with you. If you are wishing to be a decider, fantastic. You'll also love this meeting. If you're not ready to be a decider, maybe somewhere along the way you will feel like I'm being too tough, maybe, or too direct. But if you're a decider, I can tell you, you will love everything that I'm going to be talking about. You will love it. Now, if you're a decider, what have you decided? What's next? Now that you're a supervisor, what should be your next goal? What should be the thing that you should go for? What should be the goal for you? Because you've already decided. What should be the goal for you? What should be that next goal? Sorry, I think I lost my sharing. Let me bring it back. Sorry for that. All right. Okay. So if you're a decider, have you decided what's next? Well, I want to give you an idea. If you have decided that you want to go bigger, I want you to begin with the end in mind. And everything else along the way are stepping stones towards that end in mind. Now, what should be that end? Let me tell you and let me advise you. That end should be ego manager. Ego manager, not manager, not assistant manager. I'm sure if you're a supervisor right now, you're not thinking about, let me settle at assistant manager. No, you want to go through assistant manager. Well, I want to tell you, don't settle at manager either. Go through manager. Go chase ego manager. Go chase ego manager. If you will start thinking about ego manager now, next year you're going to be an ego manager. Maybe even this year, who knows? But next year you're going to be an ego manager for sure. And we'll talk about if you've made that decision, you want to get there. You want to go to those levels. Where should you start? Where should you start? You know, I want you to think about a car. Think about a car. Any car of your choice. Just think about it. Think about a car right now. Think about a car. Which car is coming in your mind? Can you put it on the chat there? Which car is coming in your mind? Think about it. Which car is coming in your mind? A car. Which car is coming? Just think about a car. Any car. I see V8, I see BMW, Mercedes Benz. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, I hope nobody, when they were thinking about a car, I hope nobody was thinking about that car. I hope nobody. Just in case you are thinking about that car, I want to advise you something. I'm going to type my number there, and I want you to send me a message, and we'll put you in a group. We've formed a new group where we'll do prayer and deliverance for you, because I think you need prayers and deliverance. So we'll put you in a group. We'll pray for you and we'll deliver you. I can tell you that devil, that is holding you down, that is causing you to think that low, we're gonna settle that. We're gonna take care of you. we're going to deal with. Now, think about a car. Now, for me, if you once you mention a car, this is the only car that comes in my mind. Now, I want you to imagine a car, all right? I want you to imagine a car because I want to make an analogy of what we're going to cover today in relation to a car. For a car to be able to move, think about it. For a car to be able to move, what needs to happen? What is it that if it's missing, that car will never move? No matter how beautiful looking it is, no matter how amazingly looking it is, if what needs to be there, if you want that car to be moving, all right? Somebody said oil, somebody said engine, somebody said fuel, fantastic tires, you know, all right, engine, a number of things, fantastic. And you are right. All of you are right, you know. One important thing has not been mentioned yet, but I'm going to help you out with that. For that car to move, it needs the engine, of course. And yes, it needs the fuel. But you know what else it needs? It also needs a driver. It also needs a driver. If any of these misses, that car is not going to move. If there is an engine and there is no fuel and the driver is inside that car is not going to move. If there is fuel and there is driver and there is no engine, of course the car is not going to move. Now, I want you to imagine your business as a car. That's why I wanted you to imagine that car, because you want to have that beautiful car. You want to have that car which can take you to places that you want to go. And you'll feel good being in that car. So I want you to think about building a business that can take you to the life that you want, a business that you will feel good being in it. You know, when you have a nice car, if you have got kids, you have kids in your car, right? You have kids in your car, and guess what happened? You'll be happy if your car is amazing. Now, our business is a car. And I'm going to talk about the journey to supervisor to ego and in the analogy of a car. Now, if I put this in business terms, the engine will be the mindset, and I'll go deeper. And the fuel will be knowledge, and the driver will be the activities. Now, let me tell you something. If the mindset is there, someone is positive, someone is persistent, someone is patient. All right, guys. Sorry, the devil. You know the devil. Just because I said I read the Bible in the morning and I prayed in the morning, so the devil now is trying to compete now with me. This devil doesn't know. Gonna be beaten badly. All right, so the mindset, the knowledge, and the activities, we are back at it. We are back at it. The mindset might be amazing, but if there is no knowledge, you will be optimistic, but you don't know how to do things. You don't know how to make calls. You want to get to ego. You are serious, you know, but you don't know what it takes. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And fuel is what will cause the car to start. Some people have got great mindset. They are positive, but they are not making calls to people because they simply don't know how to make calls. Now, if you have got a powerful engine like of a Range Rover Vogue, full tank, and the driver is not there, that's just potential energy. It is not kinetic energy. There is no motion. There will be potential. And we have supervisors. We look at them and they're like a full tank, brand new Range Rover Vogue that is packed. And it is packed there. There is no movement. Why? Because there are no activities. It needs the driver. The driver is the one that's going to get in that car, that's going to start the engine. And the driver will need the knowledge to be able to move the car. I hope you are getting that. Stay with me. And I'm going to go a bit deeper with this. Now, let's talk about the engine. And when I'm talking about the engine here, I want you to think about what kind of a mindset do I need as a decider? You remember I said that I'm talking to deciders here. I'm talking to supervisors that have said, Enos, I want to go all out. I don't want 2026 to find me doing 10 CCs. I don't want that. Like deeply down here. You're feeling me. If you're a decider, you're with me. I know you're with me. What kind of a mindset do you need? Number one, I want to tell you, you need a stronger mindset than when you were an assistant supervisor. Because when you are an assistant supervisor, we allow you to complain. When you're an assistant supervisor, we allow you, to lament. We allow you to say, oh my gosh, these prospects, they are so disappointing. These people, they join the business and then they quit. We allow you to do that. But once you become a supervisor, I need you to remember you need a stronger mindset. You need to counter those negative thoughts. Counter them. Block them. When you start to feel like you're about to point fingers at prospects, that prospects are la la la, say no, no, no. I can't point fingers at my needs because you need those prospects. So you need a stronger mindset for yourself. But for you to be a decider, you also need a stronger mindset because you know what? It's not just for you, but it's also for supporting your team. Can you remember? Remember that. You've got a team now. You are a supervisor. You need to support your team. Now, let's say you go to supervisor by retailing. You have no team now. I said there's no problem. I tell you straightforward, I don't care. Totally, I don't care how you go to supervisor. What I care about is what decision have you made now? Where do you want to go? You want to go ego? Well, you got to build that team. That one, there's no way around it. Now, when you're in the process of building that team, you need a stronger mindset because you need the mindset to get you going. And then also, you need to have the stronger mindset to get your team going. Now, let me tell you something about empowering your team. Empowering your team. Empowering your team, it is not just challenging your team. Sometimes, as supervisors, we look at the assistant supervisors in our team and we feel if we challenge them, if we make them feel like they're not doing enough, if we make them feel bad, they will get excited and start to do more so that they don't feel bad. It's almost the opposite. Now, I want to take you to the Bible, the reading that I read in the morning today. And the reason why I remember it is because I read it today in the morning. It's coming from Numbers. Numbers. I think it's the 5th book in the Bible, Numbers. Again, I know it's the 5th book because I counted it today. It's coming from Numbers, and it's Numbers 32, and it's talking about vows. And it starts by saying, I don't know why they put it this way, but I got the logic now, and I'm going to take that lesson and bring it to business here. They say if a man vows to God, like if you make a promise with God, that promise is going to stand. It's going to stand. And then it continues, it says, if a young woman living in her father's house vows to God, listen now, and the father hears the young woman making promises to God, if that father is going to keep quiet and do nothing, then that promise that young woman has made is going to stand. It continues, and they say, if that woman is married and she does the same, she vows to God, she makes promises to God, like, if you do this, I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? And the husband hears her, and the husband keeps quiet, then those promises she has made with God are going to stand. But if the father hears the daughter saying, and the father's comes in and cancels that promise is going to be canceled. The same way, if the husband hears the wife, and then the husband comes in and say, no, that is going to be canceled. Now, what does this mean for me in business? First of all, this is not about men and women. One thing I know in the Bible, When they say a man, sometimes they don't mean a male. But for whatever case, on this context here, a man, a husband, a father is taken as a leader of that household. That means when you hear someone in your team, a young lady, saying something, and the father hears, remember, the father here is not the father here on our business, it's you, the leader, you, the supervisor. We said once you're a supervisor, you are confirmed leader. If someone in your team says, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm gonna get people to join, don't just keep quiet. Cancel that. Tell them no, you're gonna get people to join. Someone has joined your business, an assistant supervisor is struggling. He's saying, oh, will I ever get customers? I don't think I'm going to get customers. They're telling the universe that you, as a supervisor, come in there. Cancel that, say, no, you are going to sell. So part of empowering your team is about you taking reassurance to the team. And you need to have a strong mindset. You understand? You need to have a strong mindset. You need to have a strong mindset so that you can be able to empower your team, because you are the leader there. And you need that. You need that mindset. You know, if you take the engine of a Range Rover Vogue, I keep using Range Rover Vogue because I love that car. If you take the engine of a Range Rover Vogue and then you go try put it in a Toyota Corolla, first of all, it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit. So this is what happens. As a leader, you are a supervisor, you have got a stronger mindset, stronger belief. Now you're taking that strong mindset and you try to put it on your brand new assistant supervisor. It's not going to fit. It's not going to fit. You have to help that person grow so that your mindset can fit. But also, if you are a supervisor right now and you're still using the Corolla engine, you're still using the assistant supervisor engine, you're coming with it to the supervisor to ego journey, is not going to happen. Because also, if you take a Corolla engine and you try to put it in a Range Rover Vogue, it's not going to fit still. That Range Rover Vogue is not going to start. It might be full tank, the driver might be fantastic, but that Range Rover Vogue, it is not going to start. So for you to get to ego, you need to work on your engine, you need to work on your mindset. And mindset carries a lot of things, but it starts with you having the vision and the goal. The vision is sometimes wandering around. The goals are much more structured. It means now you're a supervisor. You need to have answers to these questions. Question number one, when are you going to finish manager? You need to have an answer to that. If you don't have an answer to that, then you are probably not a decider. You are still a wonder, because you need to know the steps that you're going to take to get to ego. And before getting to ego, we need to smash that manager. If you are right now having goals, it means you know this month of June, how many CCs are you going for? How many people are you trying to recruit this month? The goals have to be there. And if those things are not there, you cannot get that strong mindset. You cannot. Watch your self-talk, my leaders. Watch your self-talk. You know, your self-talk is either getting you there or is either delaying you. I'm going to quote Jim Rohn. Not quote, but rather recite his philosophy. This one I didn't read myself from the Bible. So if it's not true, then it's Jim Rohn to blame. Jim Rohn said, when the Israelites were moving from Egypt, where they were being tortured and all that, taken to the promised land, it took them 40 years, and I think they did not arrive. The experts can correct me. And according to Jim Rohn, he said one of the reasons why they did not arrive, because they were complaining too much. So as a supervisor, there's no room for complaining. And I don't mean you cannot be sad. I don't mean when you face challenges, you cannot talk about them. But learn not to allow your mind and your heart to be polluted by the process, which is disguised as a challenge. Let me give an example. If you invite 10 people to a presentation and one comes, please don't call that a challenge. That's not a challenge. That's a process. If you recruit 5 people and 2 remain in the business, 3 quit, please, that's not a challenge. That's a process. If you do 10 business presentations and 1 person joins, that is not a challenge. That is a process. If you call someone, you're calling a prospect, and they tell you, I'm not interested in those things, please don't call that a challenge. Call that a process. Yesterday, I was talking to a prospect that I got from Instagram from my ad, and I gave my story, and then he stopped me somewhere along there. He said, is that those businesses that sell supplements? I said, yes, it's Forever Living Products. He said, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Now, I'm a human being. And if someone says they are not interested in something which I love so much, it hits me at a personal level. And it hit me at a personal level. I almost felt like, giving back that harsh, a tit for tat kind of a reply. But I calmed myself and I said, Enos, calm down. This is a process. You're going to meet people that have not understood. You're going to meet people that have seen other people doing the business wrongly. So they have a certain wrong perception. Understand. So I need you to develop that stronger mindset, because now you're going to need it for yourself, but you're also going to need it for your team. And going forward, there'll be a lot of more people that you'll be needing to talk to, from prospects to your team. Do you know how many people in my team that I talk to, that I call and I say, can I have a meeting with you? And they don't show interest. I know some of you are like, what? Enos, no. Yes, it happens to me. And when it happens to me, because I'm a human being, it gets a little bit personal. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, how dare you? Do you know I'm a CSM? Do you know my business is so and so? Do you know blah, blah, blah? At a personal level. And then I need to calm myself and say, Enos, calm down. This is the process. This person, the mindset is of a Toyota Corolla. Your mindset, Enos, is a Vogue. And now you're trying to take your mindset and put it on that small space. That engine, my engine cannot fit on that small boot of a Toyota Corolla. I need to understand there is a process. And I want you to understand there's a process for you getting to ego. True story, guys. And if this person is in the meeting, it's probably not going to like it, but I'm going to share it because it's true story. I recruited someone, and she has got a very busy schedule. She gets in the office at 9 a.m. and she knocks off at 9 p.m. She joined the business about 3 days ago. I've been trying to have an appointment with her to do a proper orientation. It was tough because I was busy and she was a little bit busy. Yesterday, I called her and I told her, I want to come and see you tonight. That was yesterday. That as soon as the meeting is over, I want to come see you, but it couldn't happen. So I told her tomorrow morning, let's meet 6 a.m. Tomorrow morning, let's meet at 8 a.m. I told her 8 a.m. let's meet. We're going to talk 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Right? And I told her, I know, I will wake you up. I'll call you at 6 a.m. And I called the person at 6 a.m., did not pick up. I called the person later on, maybe somewhere around 7. The person did not pick up. Later on, the person texted me and told me, I can meet you at 9. Now, do you think I went or not? I went. Why did I go? I need to understand this person is new and I need to get to her level first, and then I will grow with her. If I will say, oh, this person did not pick my call, so, and I'm a big leader, so, I'm not gonna, no, I'm the one who is making a mistake. I'm the one that my mindset is not set. I'm the one that my mindset is flawed there. It is me to say, no, this is a brand new person. Her belief is not that big. Her commitment is not that big, and it's supposed to be that. This is someone who is new, and I need to lower myself, get to that person's level, work with that person. And one day that person is going to be a supervisor. One day that person is going to be a manager. One day that person is going to be an ego manager. Now, if it was an ego manager, and I'm calling the ego manager is not going in, maybe I would not have gone. But for that person, I went. So I want to challenge you as a supervisor, as a supervisor, as a supervisor, I want to challenge you right now. Be patient. Be patient. You need that stronger mindset. There is a lead time. The results that you want, there is a lead time. There is a waiting time. You need to have that patience. Now, when you are a supervisor, you'll have assistant supervisors in your team. Now, one of the mistakes that so many assistant supervisors make is they want their assistant supervisors to act like supervisors. They want their assistant supervisors to have all the answers. No, they won't have. You have a role as a supervisor. You have a role to play to your assistant supervisor. You have a role. You understand? You have a role to play. Answer those questions. Be patient. You are working with someone, is an assistant supervisor. You are trying to plan activities with that person, and that person is failing to set the activities. Maybe that person, maybe you have given a message to that person, okay, take this message, send to 5 people. And that person has sent to 1 message. No, there's a lead time to your own activities, but also there's a lead time to people you are working with to really get it and catch the momentum and start pushing the business. I don't know if you're with me. If you're not getting your mindset ready, then when we get to the activities, you are going to fail. You are going to be disappointed. You'll find yourself every time saying, I'm going to build a new team. I'm going to start to look for new people. And every time you keep saying that, you could be the one you need to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, wait a minute. Maybe it's my mindset that needs to change. Maybe I need to have more patience. Maybe it's me that needs to work, not them. I'm talking to supervisors here. Guys, I warned you guys, this meeting today is for the deciders. It's not just a pampering meeting to say, oh, you know, if they don't pick your calls, forget about them so that you feel good. No, if you don't pick your call, you call them again. You call them again. You send them a message. Sometimes you drive to their home. Go find out, hey, what's up? You have not been picking my calls. Are we okay? Are we cool? Because you're a strong person. If you quarrel with someone, for me, this is my role. If I quarrel with someone, the stronger person is the one to apologize. The stronger person is the one to, I need you to have that mindset. Because as you're working with your team, you're going to quarrel one day. One day you'll say something, that person will feel bad. One day they will say something, you will feel bad. Well, guess what? As long as that relationship there is tempered a little bit, you're the one to go and apologize. You're the one. You're the one say, sorry. Maybe I said something, I meant a good way, but maybe it came off wrong. I'm very sorry that I've hurt your feelings. Even if your mind, you're saying like, come on, why do you get hurt with this? La, 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 la. You need to have that mindset. So that's the engine that I need you to have. I want you to fall in love with the process, not the results. The kind of mindset that you need to have so that you can grow all the way to ego. Guys, we're talking about growing all the way to ego. Do you know when you're going to be an ego? Ordinarily, you will be an ego manager in April, end of April. End of April, not 2026. End of April 2027. Let me write this. Let me write this. April 2027. That's when you're going to finish your ego. So I'm talking about, I need you to have a mindset where you can be focused until April 2027. Not focused until December 2025. No, I'm talking about April 2027. That's why I'm preparing you for all these things, because you're going to meet them somewhere along the way. Maybe not this year, maybe next year. So I need you to have that mindset. Get the engine right. Because if the engine wrong, nothing else can be built out of that. Now let's go to fuel. Let's go to fuel. If you are excited, you are positive, you are vibrant, but you don't have stuff in your head, you don't understand things, I mean, you're not going to get results. That car is not going to move. And fuel, just like fuel for the car, every day, not every day, but as often as you can, you need to refuel. You need to refuel. You need to add knowledge to yourself. And when I talk about knowledge, where do you start? The first place you need to be knowledgeable about is the marketing plan. As a supervisor, at least know from supervisor all the way to ego manager, what does it take? At least know that. At least know that because it's important. Remember, without the vision, without the goal, your mindset won't be ready. So let's talk about the marketing plan. What are the key things for you to understand as a supervisor? Do you understand 4CC? If not, I'm not going to explain what 4CC is here. I want you to just put it in your to-do list that, okay, I need to understand what 4CC is. Do I understand the positions in Forever? Do I understand how to move from one position to another? Do I understand all the way up to manager? Do I understand and know that last month Forever did something amazing? They changed what it takes to be a supervisor and what it takes to be an assistant manager. They took it down. Supervisor used to be 25cc in 2 months. Now it's 10cc in 1 month. Assistant manager used to be 75 in 2 months. Now it's 60cc's in 2 months. Now, if you understand this, I want you to start thinking. Now I can join with 2cc. Think about, go with me, okay? I can join with 2cc's. I'm closing my eyes. I want to envision this. I can join with 2cc at the beginning of the month. Ends. I can add 2 more cc's before that month ends. That 4 cc's retaining. And I can recruit 3 people in that month. 6 cc's. So my first month in the business, I can hit supervisor, right? The coming month, the 3 people that I've recruited, one of them can copy what I did. So one of them can go 10cc the coming month. And if I do the same, it means the coming month, I'm on 20 cc's and more. The other month, I've got 2 more supervisors. So in 3 months, you are an assistant manager. You have started this month, and in 3 months, you are an assistant manager. Now, that's like a big goal for people that are going to push like crazy. Not everybody's going to push like crazy. So let me come back to the knowledge. Do you have the knowledge all the way to manager? Now, do you have the knowledge of ego manager? Do you know that ego manager is the most important incentive in Forever? And the current ego manager, the people that will qualify, next year they'll be taken to Sun City, South Africa, a gorgeous, amazing hotel. Now, let me tell you something about ego manager. Last year, we grew in Africa, ego managers grew from 167 to 222. That means 33% growth. That means 444 people will be taken from different parts of Africa. They will be taken to an amazing place. And I'm going to show you the hotels that Forever has picked for us this year. Because this year, September, we've got 444 people that will be taken to an amazing hotel. But let's first understand, what does it take to be an ego manager? The qualification, I told you the fuel is the knowledge. You got to have this knowledge. The qualification starts in May. It ends in April. That's why I said April 2027. So that means you got to hit your manager quickly so that May next year, you're not just a manager, you're probably a very strong manager. And what does it take? You need to be active, recognized manager. You need to be leadership bonus qualified. And if you don't understand any of these things, just note them down on your to-do list. You need to do 720 cc's in 1 year. That's an average of 60 cc's every month, 100 cc of which are new. That means the new business that you're building. So when you think about that, you need to have a business that's doing 60 cc's a month. And then also you need to create 3 lines of supervisors. Honestly, this one now with 10cc supervisor is like super duper easy. We don't even talk about that. It's too easy. Now, this is where we are going this year. Phuket, Thailand. You know, when we say we are going to Phuket, Thailand, a number of people don't really know that Phuket, Thailand is one of the top destinations for the celebrities globally. Phuket, Thailand. The hotels, Forever has picked 4 hotels. We're going to stay in 4 different hotels. So these are the hotels that the ego managers, we are going, I'm one of them, guys. I'm one of them. We're going to enjoy these hotels in September. We're going to enjoy this. When Forever chooses a destination for Ego Manager, they never put it in the city where it's crowded and all that. They take you somewhere exotic. So that's where we'll be going. These are the hotels that Forever has picked for us. 4 hotels. Can you imagine here waking up in such an environment? You know, if you get a drone and it gives you like a bird's eye view of where you are, you'll be wowed. I don't know which hotel we're gonna be put in, but whatever hotel we're gonna be put in is amazing. Look at this hotel. I mean, look at that. You know, Imagine sleeping in such a hotel. That's the Ego Manager retreat. Those are the kind of hotels that Forever takes you when you qualify for Ego Manager. Imagine that. This is also one of the hotels that we're gonna stay. Phuket, Thailand. It's gonna be amazing, guys. So qualify for that Ego Manager. That's gonna be for you next year. But now we need to look at where are we right now and how are we moving to the next level. Now we are still back at knowledge. Company policy, read that. Please read company policy from page 1 to the last page. Company policy is not just about the do's and the don'ts. No, company policy will make you understand the marketing plan, will make you understand what you are entitled in Forever. You need to have the knowledge of network marketing. Listen, watch trainings from Eric Worre, Jim Rohn. You got to understand network marketing. You need to have knowledge about Forever. Because now you're a supervisor. You know what's going to happen once you're a supervisor? One of the most important activity for you to start doing is training. Fight for the opportunity for you to train. Fight for the opportunity for you to do a business presentation, whether in Zoom or in a room. But I will advise you, fight for an opportunity to do a business presentation in a room. But nobody's going to give you that mic if we are not sure of your knowledge. We are not going to make you try with our prospects. How dare? We have invited our prospects and then we give someone who is trying out? No. We need you to prove to us that you're knowledgeable. So get those knowledge, guys. Get those knowledge, guys. Learn the company, learn the products, go deeper with the products. I had a call with someone who recruited a gentleman, a successful gentleman, and we were supposed to have a business meeting. And then the gentleman said, sorry, guys, at this point, I don't want to hear about the business because I don't have the assurance that I can trust these products. I'm a high profile person. And before I can introduce these products to anybody, I need to be sure of the ingredients. I need to be sure of where the products are coming from. So let's not talk about the business. Let's go deeper into the products. So I changed my presentation. I changed completely. I even started to open different slides to accommodate the needs of the prospect, because the prospect said he wants to understand the products. There is no room. Remember, there is no room for you to run. You are a supervisor now. You are a confirmed leader. You're going to be an ego one day. So take time to learn the products. Don't just be a C9 guru and you know nothing about RG Plus. You know nothing about bee pollen. You know nothing about lithium plus. You know nothing about propolis cream. You know nothing about Forever Eye Vision. You know nothing about Forever Move. You don't know the difference between berry nectar and aloe vera gel. You don't know how much percentage of aloe vera is in bits and peaches and how much percentage is in the berry nectar and how much percentage is in the aloe vera gel. I mean, get deeper when it comes to the knowledge, because now remember, you're about to go hit bigger levels. And those bigger levels, you're not going to hit them just because your mindset is ready for it. No, you got to have the stuff. You got to have the stuff. So get the knowledge. Understand your company, understand your products. Now, on the knowledge, we have got the philosophy type of a knowledge. What do I mean by that? We got, when you learn, let's say, you come and listen to an audio called Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. If you listen to that audio, it's not going to teach you how to prospect. It's not going to teach you how to do a presentation. No, it's just going to prepare your mind to handle the process of building a network marketing business. But also, You need skill-based knowledge. What do I mean by that? You need to dedicate time to learning the skill. So you need skill-based knowledge. And I want to give you some ideas of some core skills that you need, that you got to find knowledge around those areas. Prospecting, both online and offline. You got to find the knowledge. You need to know what to say. If you find yourself sitting next to someone amazing, you need to know what to say. You need to know what to say if you're having lunch and you see someone on the other table there and you say, wow, I wish I could go talk to that person. You need to know what to say. If you're chatting with someone online, you need to know what to say. So you need the prospecting skills. So that means when you're planning your personal development, you don't just plan concepts to understand concepts of network marketing. No, you also plan to get the skill-based knowledge. Very important. Skill-based knowledge. You got to understand contacting. How do you contact people? How do you move people from your list to a presentation? That's contacting. How do you move someone from Instagram? Someone liked your post and you say, you know what, today I'm going to contact everybody that liked my post. What are you going to say to them? You need to have the knowledge, because if you don't know what to say, you know what's going to happen? You won't say anything, and opportunities will just be passing you by. Passing you by. True story. Today, for this dinner, I didn't want to wear a shirt. I wanted to wear a nice white t-shirt so I can look cool, because I'm wearing sneakers. So I went to two shops and I didn't find nice t-shirt. I went to another shop. I entered the shop. It's smelling amazing. The lady that was there at the shop, I kind of felt like this could be the owner. She spoke with me very nicely. I unfortunately I couldn't get the t-shirt. So I asked the lady, I told the lady, hey, by the way, your shop is smelling really good. And it's true, the shop was smelling nice. And I asked her, by the way, are you the owner? And she said me, yeah, I'm the owner. And she first smiled like, yeah, I'm the owner. Like maybe she's a humble person. I said, you know what? I don't think I can leave the shop without telling you about our premium products. I told her premium product. I told her we have got premium skincare products. Which products? She asked me. I said, I work with Forever Living products. I took out my business card. I always work with my business cards. I gave my business card. I said, yeah, okay, I've seen some of your products. And then she mentioned a product which now in Tanzania is really catching fire. I've seen that marine collagen. Does it really work? I told her, you know what? It's not even officially available in Tanzania right now. People are fetching it from Dubai. And the only reason we are doing that is because it's working so well. You need to have the skills of prospecting. Now, what if I walked into that shop and I didn't have the skills? I would have just admired her and said, I wish I could prospect, I wish I could prospect, and then leave and do nothing. You got to have the skills. Contacting, you got to have them. Now I have the number. I've already texted. I've already told her, this is Enos. We met at your shop, blah, blah, blah. Said, thank you. It was nice to meet you, Enos. We ended there. What will be the next move? I need to contact her. I need to move her from the list to what? To a presentation. So you need to have presenting skills. You need to have presenting skills. And I want to challenge you. You need to have the skills to present in front of people, in public, not in Zoom alone. Don't just have the skill of sending video. Yes, that is part of sharing our opportunity, but you got to have the skills of standing in front of people and talk. So please fight for that position. Ask your oh, the devil, the devil. All right. If you can hear me, if you can hear me, um, say amen. We're gonna smash this, Dave. I'm telling you. I'm sure you can hear me now. Fantastic. You gotta have follow-up skills. You need to have the follow-up skills. If people don't pick up your call, what do you do? Do you have a system of what do you do when someone doesn't pick up your call? I have a system. Do you have a system of what do you do when you finish talking to someone? Because if you don't have these skills, you're gonna call someone, you finish a talk with them and say, okay, fine, The prospect now is telling, okay, fine. Thank you, Mr. Enos. I really enjoyed the call. Give me time. Let me think about it. I'll call you. And I'm like, okay, fine. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for your call. I hang up and I'm actually smiling like, yes, I'm going to wait for his call. That's a mistake. I don't have follow-up skills. Because one of the key skill in following up is whenever you finish a conversation with someone, you must agree three things. Number one, you must agree when are you communicating again. Number two, you must agree why are you communicating. Number three, it must be you initiating the communication, not them. The call should never end with someone telling you they will look for you. They will not look for you, or they'll look for you when they are ready and not when you need them. If they sell, they'll look for you, say, fine, thank you so much. I'll be waiting for that call. And then this is what I do. I'll say, just in case you don't call me, I will call you on Monday, or I will call you after 2 weeks, because I understand sometimes things can get busy and you can get carried away. Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you. And then you say, okay, fine, thank you. I end the call because I want to take the control back to me so that I can follow up on that person. I hope you're with me. That's a skill. You call someone, they don't pick up. You call someone, they don't pick up. You don't send them a message, hey, how are you? I've been calling you and you are not picking up. You don't send someone a message, I've been calling you. I don't know if you still want the business. No, no, no. You don't slam doors to prospects. They don't pick up, you leave them. You look for them after 2, 3, 4 days. You send them a message and you start by apologizing. Hi, Mr. So and so. I'm so sorry. I was meant to call you, but I've been super busy and then I could not call you. Just checking on you. How are you? You're just breaking the ice so that the communication can come back. I hope you're with me. Now, this is knowledge, guys. These things, if you don't know them, your mindset is fantastic. You have the energy. You're talking to people, but you're missing out a lot because you don't have the knowledge. Now, you got to have the knowledge of launching a new FBO, because you're not going to get to those big levels if you don't know how to launch a new FBO. Like if someone joins, remember, I'm talking to you, the supervisor, not your manager, you, the supervisor. If someone joins you, how do you launch the person? Now, launching the person is beyond sending them links for these meetings. It goes beyond that. It's part of it, but it goes beyond that. Launching an FBO is helping that FBO starting activities. If I recruit someone, my assumption is this person is not able to do activities. I will go to that person. If that person has failed to do a list, I'm not going to be angry like, well, how come you did not do a list? No, no, no. I got to be patient. My mindset is lead time, right? I'll go sit with that person. I will help the person start to create the list. And then I'll tell the person, go contact those people. I always like to do that. If they don't contact those people, I'll go sit with them the next time. We're going to sit, we're going to make calls together. You see, I'm helping that person learn from me, get my confidence so that they can start talking to their prospects. These are skills you need. And you got to learn these things. You need to learn these things, because if you don't learn these things, they're not just going to come by themselves. Team building. Team building is different from recruiting. Team building is what kind of an environment are you putting so that people feel happy? Are you celebrating people? Somebody raised their hand. Did you lose me, guys? I think I'm back. Someone called me. I'm on using my phone internet. Are you celebrating people? Are you putting that culture of celebrating people? In our group, the group that like me, not me, me and my wife and our non-managers, we have winning Mondays where people are sharing their wins. That's creating a team, right? If someone joins, we bring them the group. Hey guys, we've got a brand new assistant supervisor. Warm welcome, so and so. And everybody in the team, welcome, so and so. That is team building. That is creating a certain spirit. We came here for the 5cc dinner, and one of the qualifier from our team came in on time. And then we had other qualifiers that came in late. And what I loved is the one that came in early said, oh, by the way, where is so and so? And I was like, yes, that's what we need. We need the team to feel like if I'm somewhere and people in our team is not there and they should be there, I need them to be there. Where is that person? That is team building. Those are the skills you need to learn as a supervisor. Now, you might be saying, Enos, you are overwhelming us. Now you are killing us, Enos. Yo, Enos, Enos, Enos. We are just supervisors. Why are you giving us responsibilities of managers? No, let me tell you something. A supervisor is a manager in the making. A supervisor is a manager waiting for those 150 cc's. You don't get these cc's, I mean, these skills, just because your marketing plan position has changed in the system. No. By the time you get to manager, you need to have all these skills, because when you get to manager, let me assure you, your manager, your upline will give you an opportunity to fully lead your team. Now, how are you going to be able to lead them if you have never done these things? How? You'll fail. You'll fail. So start getting acquainted with these skills. Promoting events. If you're a supervisor listening to me and you are not promoting this event, I'll write my number again. You join that group where we do prayer and deliverance. You need prayers and you need deliverance. Because if you're a supervisor, first of all, if you're a supervisor and you have not yet bought the tickets, go buy that tickets. You have the money. Don't allow to create those, let me call, bad culture, because they're going to get to your team as well. You don't want you and your team to be the last minute people. So if you're a supervisor and listening to me right now, I need you to promise me, when this meeting is over, you're going to go pay for your tickets. And if you're in a country where they don't buy the tickets online, tomorrow go buy. In Tanzania, from here, go buy. And let me humble myself and say, please go buy. I need you to buy. You will actually be helping me, and you'll be helping Forever as a company, because we need to organize a lot of things, guys. And if we don't know how many people we're expecting, how do we even organize them? How do we plan the venue? We need you to buy. Do us that favor. That one, I can ask you, please do us that favor. Go buy that ticket tonight. If you don't have the money, I forgive you. It's okay. You'll get the money, you buy the ticket. You have the money, don't sit on it. Go buy that ticket. Now, are you promoting this to your assistant supervisor? This will be their first time to get a bigger vision of Forever. This is their first big vision of Forever. If you are in Zambia, you are in Rwanda, you are in Burundi, your assistant supervisor, it's okay for them to take the trip. And some might say it's a long trip. You know what? I'm one person. Nobody can tell me anything about long trips, because I've taken a lot of those damn long trips far so many times. I cannot remember how many times I've been on the road from Dar es Salaam to Lusaka by bus. Too many times. So nobody can tell me nothing. Don't tell me it's a long trip. I know. I've done that maybe 10, 15 times. So I know. And you're going to do it. Do it. Do it. You're an assistant supervisor. Don't start to over squeeze yourself to take the flight. Go take that bus, my friend. Go take that bus. Burundi. I've come to Burundi by bus. There's a trip I traveled with my brother's wife who was expecting. She was pregnant. I'll never forget that trip. We're in a bus, me with my brother's wife. She's expecting. We're in a bus going to Burundi from Dar es Salaam, a 2 day trip. Now I meet someone telling me this crap of late, blah, blah, blah. I mean, long trip. Don't tell me that. You can't tell me nothing. So take that trip. Get on that bus, my friend. This will be an opportunity for you to get a bigger vision of Forever. Your presence in that meeting is for Forever, and it's a lot for you. Do you know the credibility you will come back with by being on this event? Do you know it? Now, let me speak to you now, the supervisors. You are here, you got to learn how to promote the events. You got to get your team to buy tickets, push them. Tell them, buy those tickets, push them, push them. I'm talking to deciders today, guys. I'm too direct. Sorry, today, that's what happens when you pray before a meeting. That's what happens, guys. So, next, you need the driver, right? You need the driver. By the way, that's the interior of the Range Rover Vogue. Yeah, you need the driver. The driver are the activities. And throughout, I'm focusing on the deciders. people that have decided to be among the deciders, you need to remember the engine is just the potential, the fuel is just the capacity, the activity is what will get things moving. The activity is what will get things moving. So, are you hitting the activities? Now, I want to suggest some activities here, and I'm going to put a lot of them. You just screenshot. And these activities will help you get to manager and beyond. The first activity is personal development. Yes, that's an activity. When should you do that? Every day. Now, I want to pause for just 5 seconds and I want you to make a decision. What time of the day do you want to do your personal development? You got to decide. You cannot be consistent by just knowing what you want to do and why you need it. No, you got to know when are you going to do it on the course of the day. So can you make a decision? When are you going to do your personal development? When does Enos do his personal development? Number one, I do my personal development at the gym. I don't listen to music, maybe once in a while, but otherwise I'm on personal development. I do personal development when I'm in the car. I read my book before I get out of my car. When I get in the office, I'm reading my book. When I'm at home at night, before I sleep, not all the time, but maybe half, I read my book. But every day I would read. I read. Now, some of you might say, oh, so of course, you're in the car. So if you are in a bus, even better, you can read the whole way. Why should you waste your time listening to blah blahs out there? Read. Personal development, that has to happen daily. Prospecting. We said you need this skill, right? Now we put it into action. Prospecting, you need to have a prospecting plan of all these three: daily, weekly, monthly. Ask yourself on daily basis, what are you doing to prospect? For me, on daily basis, I'm prospecting everybody I meet. That one I do, guys. I do. And it's helping me a lot. On weekly basis, I'm online. I run my ads. And the ads bring me people. And I might run an ad for 1 week and then I pause it. I run the other week, I pause it like that. When I feel like the ad is overwhelming me, I pause it. So I have ads running. I've got monthly activities that are helping me prospect. What are those monthly activities? I love meeting new people. So I go where new people are and I look for events that will have the kind of people that I want to meet. So I attend events. Last Saturday, I was at an event called From Ideas to Execution. I met amazing people there, grabbed a good number of contacts. Yesterday, courtesy of being a private banker with the best international bank in Tanzania, Standard Bank, Stanbic Bank in Tanzania, we were invited, all the private bankers we were invited for a very powerful session where they were teaching us how to pass wealth from one generation to another. So it was like a training for people who are making good money. I connected there with amazing people. And when you're on such events, everybody appreciates the other one. If you're sitting with them, they know the people that are invited here are of a certain caliber. So I go to events to meet people. What is your prospecting plan? Let me pause for a moment. And I want you, because I don't want to just blah, 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 pass through this. I want to give you a moment to make a decision. What will be your prospecting plan? Because you got to have it. You got to have something happening. What is your prospecting plan? If you're with me, please put number one. I want to make sure you're with me. Oh gosh, today we're talking to the deciders. It's not just a walk in the park. There's work today. Thank you. Have you decided already what's your prospecting plan? I hope you have. Number two, contacting. Contacting has to happen daily, and the target is 5+. Remember, you are a decider. You want to build a team. You want to grow fast. You want to be an example to your team. So you got to be contacting at least 5 people a day. Presenting at least 2 people a day. You might say, hey, no, that's a very small number. No, it's not. That is 15 people a week. That is 60 people a month. And I can tell you, very few supervisors, they meet 60 people in a month. Very few supervisors. Very few. And I'm giving you those as the targets. Don't go below those. You can hit higher, but don't go below those. Follow up. That has to happen daily. Every day, there must be someone that you need to follow up on. If you don't have follow up happening every day, it's a sign that you are prospecting very little. You are contacting very few people. You are presenting to a very few people. That's why you don't have people to follow up on. And when it comes to follow up also the prospects of your team. As a supervisor, call your assistant supervisor and ask them, have you talked to anybody this week? Have you had any guest who has attended a presentation? Give me their number. Let's call them together. Follow up. Volume mapping. What is volume mapping? At the beginning of the month, you need to decide how many CCs are you going for and where are those CCs going to come from? You need to make that decision. Where are those CCs going to come from? That is what we call a volume mapping. You draw your team. You start with the circle U. You draw your team. My advice, don't put the names one under the other. No, draw your team. When you draw the circles, when you draw your team, it gives you an idea of how many legs you have. It gives you an idea of which leg is stronger than the other, which leg can grow with me. It gives you that idea. So volume map. Why did I say volume map weekly? Because you need to review your goals on weekly basis and ask yourself, this person that at the beginning of the month I thought would do 5cc, is this person still going for 5cc? If they're not going for 5cc, that has got to change on your volume mapping. It's no point starting at the end of the month, you have a volume mapping of 30cc's. By week 1, that volume mapping was supposed to be changed to 20 and you still have 30 in your mind. So your mind is not connected to the daily activities. So volume mapping has to happen weekly. Now, please run with this. Challenge yourself as a decider to recruit 2 to 3 people per month. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to smash that. I don't brag, but I can tell you, if I look at my averages in a year, I recruit about 2 people a month. If I look at my averages this month, I already have 3. My target is 5. So I've got 2 more that I need to recruit this month. I don't always recruit 5 people. No, I don't always do that because I know I can't handle 10 people every month. I can't handle now. Too much on my plate. And I want to make sure I launch them correctly. Now, that is me. Don't copy me. I'm a diamond sapphire. I've got very powerful managers. I've got a massive team. I've got all that going on. You are on 10cc. Don't tell me about you can't handle 10 people. You can. You can handle 10 people. You've got 10 new people that have joined the business. Give everybody 2 days. Like you, I'm going to work with you on Monday and Tuesday. You, I'm going to work with you on Monday and Wednesday. Give them days like that. And you will work with everybody and you'll still manage it. You can do it. So commit yourself that you're going to be recruiting 2 to 3 people per month. You go for that, my friend. Your car will be moving nicely. You're going to hit manager and you're going to even hit ego manager. You will achieve it all. Now, let me wrap it up, guys, with the final and the most important. Do not forget to pray, my friends. Don't forget to pray. Nobody is smart enough to figure it all out. Nobody is smart enough to know where to go, who to meet, what to say. I mean, we are in a people business and all people are made by God. So why don't you consult God so that you can know how to deal with the people that He created? The struggles, the challenges you're going to face, you will need to have a stronger force that's going to help you walk through those valleys of fire. You need a stronger force to help you that. So don't forget to pray. Don't forget to pray. You don't have to be alone on this journey. You don't have to think that you need to figure it all out. You don't. And I can tell you, there are times that I find myself like I'm trying to have all the answers by myself. Like I need to figure out everything. And I get frustrated, I can tell you. I start to lose my sleep at night. I start to feel like I'm messing everything up. And the moment I humble myself and I remind myself, hey, Enos, you are just a tiny thing, you know. There's a mighty God above there. Why don't you ask for help? So ask for help. Pray. Don't forget to pray. Pray. Because you need to pray for yourself. You need to pray for your team. You need to pray for your prospects. You need to pray. Pray for forever. Pray for the company. Shouldn't we pray for this company? We should pray for this company. I mean, it's a very important company for us and our families. So don't forget to pray. I have no idea how you're going to be able to manage all these complexities without praying. I have no idea. So make sure you pray. You know, they say don't be too late to pray. Don't be too proud to pray. Pray. Exactly. And be specific. I was talking to my wife when we were driving here for the dinner, and she was telling me, like, you know what? I've been praying for certain things. And I used to pray like, general, God help the business, let the business grow. But I started some prayers and I was praying for something very specific for the business, but very specific. Like I wish we have more people in the team who are doing activities. I wish to have certain type of people. I wish to recruit certain types, much more specific. And she was telling me, like, you know what's the craziest thing is, it is now happening exactly like the way the prayers were. So when you pray, don't just pray casually, like, God help me one day to make it. No, go specific. Maybe you've got a challenge with consistency. Maybe you've got a challenge with consistency. Go pray and say, God, I have this thing called consistency. I start things and then I just don't continue with them. I need you to help me break this chain. Pray. So I wanted to end with that. Pray. Pray. You know, someone has asked a question here. What can I advise someone that is feeling like they cannot do it? They're feeling down. How can I advise such a person? If someone is down, the first thing I want to ask you is, where are you? Where are you? Are you also down or are you up? I hope and pray you are up. Because if you're both down, how are you going to be able to lift each other up? But if you're up, this is what you're going to do. You can't lift someone up by telling them, hey, come up. No, you got to go down to them. That means you need to humble yourself. That means you need to lower yourself. You need to go listen to them. Go talk to them. Hear them out. What's the challenge? Help them from where they are. Don't expect them to jump to where you are so that you can run faster. No. Go where they are. Help them come from where they are. Help them come from where they are. So, thank you so much. I want to finish up the meeting with recognition. As we promised, we're going to recognize our brand new supervisors in the house. Now we're going to shift the energy now, guys. I was thinking about praying, so I was like meditating and all that. We're going to shift the energy now to recognition. Are you ready for recognition? Are you ready to see our brand new supervisors? Guys, these are supervisors by yesterday. They've already smashed supervisor. I know. And I saw a lot of people that are 2 CCs from supervisor, 3 CC, 4. So I know we got a lot more coming. You know, last month we had over 100 brand new supervisors, and I know more are coming. So let's go put our hands together to Doreen Tesha. Massive congrats to Doreen Tesha, brand new supervisor in the house. We go to another one, to Maini Zebediah Ndosi, brand new supervisor in the house. Kudos to you, to Maini. Congratulations. Another brand new supervisor, Neonizeye Aquilin. Congratulations. Brand new supervisor by the 19th, guys. We've got another brand new supervisor, Caesar Sergius. Caesar Sergius, congratulations. Brand new supervisor in the house. Super proud of you. Another brand new supervisor, Lilian Erika Mkungile. Lilian Erika Mkungile, congratulations, brand new supervisor. Another brand new supervisor, Irambona Didier, brand new supervisor in the house. Congratulations for that. And then we go to another brand new supervisor, Irakoza Gisalain. Irakoza Gaislain. I'm sorry for that. Irakoza Bryslain. Congratulations, brand new supervisor. Another brand new supervisor, Babazi Yvonne. Babazi Yvonne. Congratulations, guys. This used to be supervisor by the end of the month. Now it's just by the 19th. I'm excited. Brand new supervisor, Japheth. Congratulations, Japheth. Another brand new supervisor in the house. And then we've got Aime Dushimana. Aime Dushimana. Congratulations, brand new supervisors. Super excited and massive congrats to all the brand new supervisors. And with that said, amazing people, I wish you all the very best as we go on to take on the leadership roles. Remember, your business is like a car, and the car needs the engine, which is your mindset. The car needs the fuel, which is the knowledge, and the car needs you, the driver, on the driver's seat, running the activity so that you can move your business to much bigger levels. Thank you all so very much for being part of this very fast supervisor to ego meeting. And yeah, today my mode, guys, was not just about pampering people. It's really, telling it as it is. And I hope you have grasped some of the key things that you need to start working on. Remember, what I've shared here is more of the end results of you. It's giving you like a homework, like knowing what are the things now you need to be working on as you're pushing your business. So thank you all so very much. And yeah, I'm going back to the dinner, guys. I'm going back to the dinner. Thank you so much and all the best. See you all at work. Thank you so much.